Okay, so this is part two. We are going over this 1-3 emotional generators chart, and we are answering the question of this individual is curious about their relationship to routine as they find it hard to establish them, especially with the work schedule. Um, and so I already talked a little bit about like what I looked in part one. I talked about, the first thing I looked at was this gate five. I wanted to know whether or not it was active in their chart. And once I saw that, I asked the individual more questions just to get an understanding of what it looks like to even establish a routine. What have they found, and that, when they do have a routine that they are excited about, like what is that like? How did they get there, right? How did you even get into your routine? When their routine didn't work, like when you entered it, was you excited about it? For the routine, are you excited about whatever you're about to go do? Like, do you even want to do it? So those were the kind of questions I was curious about to get an understanding of what may be challenging in this whole setting up a routine. I am familiar with gate 5 only because I have gate 5 active, and so I have become there was a part where I just was very obsessed with my chart, right? So I was like looking at all this stuff, and so gate 5 is one of those things I paid attention to. But I'm a routine girl. My routine may not look traditional, but like I'm a routine person. Like I always got a routine day and night. I'm very systematic with my life. So I'm very organized. But you won't be able to tell because I also just live in flow. So but nonetheless, so I resonated with that energy of a gate 5, and so I wanted to know more about it. So now we're going to look at the channels, right? So right away when I saw all these channels meaning all the channels going from the sacral up into the G center, I was just like, oh, this person is just meant to be in flow. This is meant to be in flow. And see, this is the thing about flow though, right? Like for everyone, flow is different, and for everyone, routine should be different. I know that we live in a society or in a world that tells you what discipline looks like, tells you what it means to have to be on schedule, right? Or like, oh, you should wake up at this time of day, early bird catches the worm, all these stories. But I've said this once and I'll say it again. We may have the same 24 hours, but we don't have the same design. So everybody's actually not meant to live the way that the world tries to convince us we should be living. And so part of waking up to the truth of who you are is coming to peace with that. Like, the thing is, you can do anything. My whole thing is it sustainable? Is it nourishing you, right? Or is it requiring so much life force out of you that you eventually burn out and you keep on ending up in cycles of burnout? That is someone to me that I would say you are in survival mode. If you're constantly going through burnout, I've experienced it, that is survival mode. Because yes, you get enough energy to keep going, and then you burn out because you're doing a whole bunch of stuff that just isn't aligned for you, but you convince yourself you have to do it in order to survive, right? Or whatever else. So here we go. Y'all know I be having my tangents, but we're here. So let's talk about the sacral to this G center. So I have a lot of notes here. Okay, so first of all, the 515 channel and this other channel on the other end, the 4629, those are collective channels, right? And so that says a lot to me. And then this middle channel is an individual circuit channel. And so, it was, first of all, the generator, dang, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure this person has like a right angle cross. I don't remember their incarnation cross. But at the end of the day, we all are here to contribute something to the collective. This individual with their makeup, just looking at the sacral and the G center, has a lot of energy that is here to impact the collective, that is here to inspire, that is here to show us a new way of being. And so that 515 energy, right? This is this first one that clearly I keep talking about. This is a design of being in flow, okay? That is the energy of it. You're locked into your own life rhythms. That is how this person is designed. Remember, we are always, when I talk about these charts, I'm talking about your potential. Your potential. Now, how you were raised and how you're conditioned will impact how this actually expresses. But you are designed to be locked into your own life rhythm. And you can't initiate your rhythm, baby. You can't initiate it. You can't initiate your rhythm and your patterns and think it's going to be sustainable. It won't be. So this idea that maybe it's hard to establish them is because they're being entered into wrong. You're probably initiating them instead of responding to it, right? And so you can initiate your rhythm and pattern, but they are generated. So your patterns and your rhythm, whatever that may be, right, your routines, they are generated through you out of your response to life, which is very generator of, like, right? Regenerators are here to respond to life, right? And response can be, you could be responding to different things. It can be an idea you see. Oh, do I want to engage in that? How does that feel for me? You go outside and you're walking down the street, you know, and you see a light for a store, and you're like, oh, I want to go in there, right? So you can wake up and look outside your window and see the sun and be like, oh my gosh, I want to be outside, right? So responding to life can be so many different things. So also keep that in mind. But yeah, you are not meant to initiate your rhythm. You are generating it through, you know, your life force, your inner world, what you're responding to. So that's what I have here. And then the other thing I have is because this gate is this channel is one of fixed patterns and a love for humanity. That's where that gate 15 comes in. When you're in alignment, your rhythm serves a bigger picture, right? Like, a lot of what you do is benefiting the collective. Because of your aura, there's something in your aura where, and this is in your channels, I'm getting this from one of your channels, I don't remember which one it was, but there's something in your aura where you impact other people. And so when you are not in alignment, everybody around you is impacted by it, right? It kind of knocks everything else out of flow as well. So just keep that in mind. And you know what? Like, if you live with your family, if you live with a family, this is something definitely to pay attention to. Do you notice that when you're out of alignment, other people are affected? It kind of influences the energy of the home. That's something that you can see, you know. I would love to hear about that. And anytime you are out of alignment, basically trying to fit into someone else's rhythm, or a rhythm of should, or a rhythm of have to, there's going to be a disconnect. You want to be off, consider yourself offline, right, in your own system. The next thing we're going to talk about is the 214 channel. That's the middle channel. And that one is the keeper of keys. So for that channel, you've got your own individual strong sense of direction that can open new doors for yourself and humanity. So this is going to require a surrender to your sacral center. You will go on a path no one else has walked before. And so you just have to trust yourself. Part of your purpose, and I did not read, or let's say a part of your design, because I don't think I looked at your cross, my bad. Well, clearly I can see the numbers here, but okay. So part of your design is like being who you are, being in your own flow. Remember, as a generator anyway, you guys are here to master energy. You're here to master your own energy, to know what lights you up, to know what excites you, to just know your own way, right? And I think keeping that in mind while we're considering this 214 channel, the keeper of keys, like, you are showing people the way by your beingness. And so when you are trying to do these routines that just are not in alignment for you, it will impact just like how you're showing up. It will impact your life force energy. It will impact, you know, your influence on the collective. Yeah. So additionally, so this is an embodied flow channel. This 214, this is an embodied flow channel. It works best when you're resourced and energized by the work itself. Whatever you are doing, if you're excited about it, whether that's going to work, whether that's playing with the puppies, whatever it is, like, it's going to light you up. And that's the thing about the sacral center. It's like, when y'all are doing what you actually enjoy, what you actually have a yes for, it keeps that energy going. It keeps you flowing. All right, we got to go to part 3.